And I would say that we probably can also go after Kumasi. Although before we do that, I would like to get Katsina vassalized. Are we not improving relations with you? We're not. Why not? Improve relations with Katsina, please. And thank you. Now, the race is on. Can we get Katsina before we finish annexing? Because I think that's going to put us right back again. Look at me doing the diplomatic annexations. Madness. Usually we're very punctual with the jokes. And you should be punished with some bad jokes. Still not perfect though. 40k stack, not bopping a 25k stack because avoiding strong enemy. Yeah, that is something they're looking at though. I've raised that with the AI guy. Royal marriage from Kano. Yes, you're a vassal. There's no way in heck we're not finishing this annexation before. Befada's now a patronymy. However, I want to be saving up 200 ducats so that I can immediately start upgrading the ports that we are about to take from Oyo. Ooh, purchasing an ability. Prestige from missionaries? I don't really do that anymore. Mercenary discipline. I'm thinking mercenary discipline. If a war gets so bad that we're having to use mercenaries, then I want those mercenaries to be as good as possible. So there goes Oyo. We can add your troops to our army, and in fact we should expand the size of our forces. We should also definitely state those. Oh, you hadn't finished coring Cape Coast yet. That's a little unfortunate. No matter. And then, Benin. I want you upgraded. Oh, right. Wars of Benin would only work if we were pagan. We're not pagan. It's like, hang on, we're fetishist. No, we're not. We're tolerant of the fetishists, but we are not ourselves fetishists, so we don't actually get the benefit from Wars of Benin. That's unfortunate. The Worldly Ulema, again. Only traitors have something to fear, and those who do not pay me enough money. And I would like a fort there. Yeah, let's start building a fort in Sierra Leone first. If you look below the player, you have Twitch notify you when a stream starts. That's pretty much always been their cleanness. It's pretty much what the follow button does. Except that they're adopting a system like YouTube, where you have to ring that frickin' bell. Returning scholars. We've seen this one before. We're going to take that legalism. Oh, we're an embezzler. Makes sense. 14-4, 14-3. Let's make you a 4 as well. Can we get artillery, yeah? Yeah, we can. Whoops. I actually want the Hoofnis. Successful bureaucracy, and on an annual basis, bureaucracy gives the country a nice little tax boost. But sometimes the right men in the right place can give the country that little bit extra. It's a shame that a few years down the line you have to promote them beyond their ability. Make hay while it still shines. We now also have loose lips, which are probably going to sink some ships. Sufi syncretism. Let's take the legalism. Preach elsewhere. Now, how is our... Ah, we got enough. So, again, we can go debase. And then anti-corruption. And that's giving us enough money to pay off another one loan. Which do we still owe? 2,700 ducats. Wow. Marginalisation of the dhimmi. While they make up an important part of the society, the non-Muslims have lately been losing ground to other groups. They are regularly looked over for any type of government service and have to pay a number of discriminatory taxes and often see business deals going to their Muslim competitors. I wonder if it's worth getting a third stack of troops now. We can definitely afford it in terms of force limit. And we're getting near to maxing out our troop numbers. Still spreading in Morocco. Ah, because we lost Diplo Rep, right. Well, one thing I could be doing with Katsina is currying favours. I would say that your job there is now done. And we will instead start currying favours with Katsina so we can start transferring that into trust. As soon as I remember where curry favours is, there it is, influence actions. Do you know if the EU4 devs have tackled the problems with attaching armies, if it's on their radar? It's definitely on their radar. I actually spent about 6 hours yesterday going through all of the bug reports on the forums. So seriously, if you find any bugs in EU4, please, 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 please do report them. Because I'm the guy that goes through them. So I can tell you for sure that they get forwarded. Because I have a nice little tracking spreadsheet which lists all of the bug reports that have come on the forums and then their status in terms of being fixed. And that one has come up. So yes, it's on the list. If you come up with any spicy exploits, please don't report them so we can keep abusing them. Nah, report them as well. But maybe not necessarily as a bug. Unless it's an actual bug, in which case, yes, report it as a bug. Right, let's pay off another of the loans. Repay. And then there were 11. I'm a little bit surprised that my trade income has not gone up anymore. Despite the fact that we now have an upgraded Benin with a marketplace. Congo is taking a fairly significant chunk out of us as well. Yeah, it's a pretty powerful looking Congo. Did you go Catholic? Ooh, maybe. Soyo did convert. They did get their Catholic conversion thingy-mablobby. Cashing in all of our favours for trust. So hopefully we can get this vassalization going a little bit quicker. Oh man, we're really there. Almost there. Yay for this enhanced diplomatic gameplay. Oh, so close. One more. Which we can just afford. There it is. There it is. Boom. Okay, so we've got these two vassalized now. Zazao, how are you feeling about vassalization? You're actually not far off. If I get an alliance and a royal marriage with you, I probably would be able to. In which case, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Darga, Sufi Sheikh has passed away in Asbin, and his followers are now putting up a shrine in his honour. Pilgrims from various parts of the country are already starting to come to the province to see the shrine of this great man, some calling him a saint. Local notables have set aside a charitable donation in the maintenance, and his former pupils have opened a lodge nearby. While there's nothing wrong with honouring a great man, more traditionalists among the pious, the ulema, feel that this form of worship is sacrilegious. Should Mule II pay for the shrine in Asbin a visit, it might do much, both for the prestige of the shrine itself, but also for its popular perception. So we can gain mysticism, tolerance to true faith, and tolerance of heretics goes up. Autonomy happens. Or we disavow the Sufis. Oh, they get the Sufi shrine regardless. Our legitimacy is already maximum. I don't really care about the admin tech cost right now. Tolerance to true faith and heretics actually sounds like it might be more useful. So let's go ahead and trigger that alliance. And then royal marriage. And if we can steal you away diplomatically from Cannon, which we can definitely do. Just need to improve relations with you. Quite a bit. Because, yeah, we need to get up to 190 relations. Sweet! I was not expecting to be able to get Zazao diplomatically. And it's now beginning... Even Noop may not be beyond the realm of possibility. What about Bonoman? Bonoman really doesn't like us, and they've actually gone hostile. So these three we can for sure take. What about Kainam? No. Kainam and Bonoman will have to fight. That's fine, we can do that. So my plan at the moment is to diplomatically isolate Kainam Brno and then just attack them. Huzzah! Do you have any specific plans for this campaign, or are we just going to see what turns up? Not really. I'd like to go through the mission tree. I'd like to try and prepare for the pilgrimage, for example, in West African Great Power. But beyond that, no real plans. I kind of like having these games just be freeform. We could now get a quantity idea, and I think that's probably a good idea. Yes, for the extra manpower, now I can just let that tick up even higher. I can become Defender of the Faith. No, I don't want to. The Plague! We must do something! Well, it's a good thing I didn't just pay off a second loan. Interest payments, meanwhile, have gone from, what was it, 12 ducats down to 4. So that's good. Making more and more moolah. Z++, thank you very much for the 15-month Prime resubscription. Very much appreciate that, thank you. And Gobling and Government of China, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Alksoft wanted me to drink some tea. Cheers. Acquiring an education in theology and law is often a long process, involving studying classical works of law under the tutelage of the sheikhs of the various madrasas. For every work or commentary learnt, the student acquires a certificate or an ijazah, depending on what the madrasha and the sheikh. The worth of the ijazah may not necessarily be the same. So we can get a quaddy for the construction, unrest and state maintenance. Oh man. If only we could build the manufactories, 15% reduction in the manufactory cost would be amazing. Or we can get a 50% cheaper level 3 theologian. You know, I'm going to do that. I think we're actually in a position now where we could start affording this. It was you, wasn't it? Yes. 3.9 ducats? Done. Mali seems like a nation that if you can get through the brutal early game, can just use cash to become a diplomatic juggernaut. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was expecting. You can accumulate faster money if you turn off the forts and drop the troop maintenance. Seems you're currently paying full for the armies. I'm currently paying full for the armies because I am using them for autonomous rebel suppression, because rebels are still a fairly significant issue because of how disunited the realm is. And if you let that spiral, it can spiral quickly, as we may have seen. And I'm keeping the fort maintenance on maximum because I want to keep building up army tradition. Fully maintained forts give you army tradition buffs. So my expenditure is intentional. Right, let's keep an eye on Zazao. We could also be currying favours with you. Do we need to? I don't think we need to. We might need to. And Noob's Trust is already maximum, so I think I just need to outscale you economically. Cape Coast. Oh, that's a pain. That's like the one spot I was not guarding. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Benin doesn't have a fort. By all means, build one. Please. How much cultural unity do we have? Not a lot, and actually that reminds me, we can, yeah, almost certainly accept another culture, which I think is going to be Tuareg. Which brings in the Northerners. The worldly ulema. Not all members of the ulema are great theologians or intellectuals. Corruption can grow in any corner of the state, and for some it can be hard to tell apart what benefits the faith and what might benefit themselves. Oh, it's the corruption one again. Well, in that case, debase. Only traitors. Pay off loan. Cape Coast has been restored. Actually, with where our troops actually are at the moment, let's just have you dealing with like the northern half. You're gonna have to fight natives wherever you go. My force limit is now 70. Sorry, yeah, my not force limit. My manpower limit is now 140 odd. 184, that is a 1%er, we are extending those. That interest payment's lying. Right, we're going to do it again. Bug reporting live. Right, so let's go and... No, not post thread. This isn't on the bug report forum. Wrong place. You got to do it in the right place. Bug reports. Report issue. So this is the loan due pop-up. Wrong interest. Oh, base interest. No, we're still going to call it wrong interest. There we go, that's better. Game version is 1.32.1. Or is this 2? No, it's 1. We have all of the above, although it still doesn't list origins. I've reported that. Do I have mods enabled? No. Please explain the issue in as much detail as possible. We just got the loan due pop-up, which claims the loan is at 3.5% interest. However, this is one of the Burger loans, which are at 1%. This pop-up seems to be taking the base loan amount as opposed to the actual loan. Not amount, interest. Steps to reproduce the issue. See screenshot. And then we need to attach the file where I can go through here and then right click on you, manage screenshots, show on disk, copy path, oops, paste path. And it should be the most recent. It is the... That is definitely not the most recent. These are in name order. That's the most recent. You know what, don't use that one because we deleted the other background, so we're just going to put mouse there, take another screenshot, and then we're going to enclose that one because it's just a better picture. Open. That's better. There we go. And then if we go back to the bug reports screen, you can see the progress that I've been making on getting all of these reported. So when I went to start working on the bug reports yesterday, I had 10 pages to get through. It took me about 6 hours to get all of these bug reports on the bug reporting tracker. And as you can see, I've been assigning them in review when I've actually acknowledged that that has been seen and put in. If the bug was already fixed before I got to it, as it was with a lot of the crashes, I just put it on confirmed, because that's just the most likely. Duplicates if they're duplicated. And this is just where all of that goes. And then the other thing I do is I mark them up, just so I have this double check to see that I have them all done. Because before we had the in-review system, I would just mark them as a voted up, just so I could see I have done this one. Click. But I just kind of have that as a holdover. And then we have a bunch here which have had replies, so I don't need to put them on the tracker anymore. I just need to double check the replies to see if there's anything else pertinent in there. So that's a new one. I haven't done that one yet. That one, and then of course the one I just posted. So I'll probably spend an hour or so after today's streams going through all of that. Make sure that they get added to the tracker. And that is your little slice of Europa Universalis IV development knowledge for the day. When I think about it, low war enthusiasm might trigger a call for peace malice, which starts increasing war exhaustion. No, I think the call for peace is if there have been no fights for a while, or if the war score has been such that you could peace them out, like above 50%. I think it's if it's above 50% for an extended period, then you'll also get it. Like if the war's been going for like 10 years or something like that. The annoying thing about call for peace, the AI doesn't get it. So don't try and outweight the AI. They will win every time. Because they don't actually get it. Only the player does. Knowledge sharing. Do we now owe you 10% of your income? It's just good business. Alright. Zazao. Negative 54. So it's a good thing that I'm currying those favours, because I can be cashing those favours in for trust right now, just to accelerate this process a little bit. I need to do that like 4 times, I think. And we can also repay another loan. These are 3.5%ers, of which we only have 3 left. Heck yeah. And then we'll actually be... I think I'll pay everything off. Maybe I'll leave the 5.1% ticking over, so that I can at least invest the money into buildings. Then once the buildings are all up, then I can pay those off. I think that's what I'll do. Advisor has died. That is unfortunate, because you're one of the guys I just upgraded. Trade efficiency, however, sounds like it might be very useful. 8 ducats a month. Bargain. Oh, I can be doing conversions. Please do. National Bank pays dividend. Several shrewd loans have led to very good profits to the National Bank. The bank is hiking its dividend and buying back some of its shares. Sweet. Let's go use that to pay off another loan soon, hopefully. Cottage industry. Economic development is not always without conflict. It seems rich merchants in some of our merchant guild-dominated cities have been attempting to bypass various guild privileges by outsourcing work to the homes of the families living outside the city. So, Futsjalon gains base production, Lobi gains base production, but they gain unrest, or unrest reduction and tax modifier. No, I'm going to take the production for sure. Done. Where are you? You're there. Okay. Our armies are not too far away. Next month. That is true. I do have another missionary. Thank you. New mercenary companies available. The Nubian Company and the Crimean Company. Interesting. What are the mercenaries looking like now? So the Free Company, which was the small one? Yeah. Now costs 8 ducats and is up to 14 size, 30,000 manpower. Same with the Amazons. And the Amazons actually have more artillery. I do definitely think that we probably want to start building another army. And that is one full army. Which will also need a general. There's the Gurma Uprising. Who's going to deal with it? Neither of you. Brilliant. Oh, because I never reset your hunting. Oh, jeez. Really? France and Britain? Oh, hello, Europe. Poland. Is that Poland, Lithuania? No, it's not. Those are separate. Britain's looking very strong. France is actually looking a little beaten up still. Aragon. Wow. So I guess the Iberian wedding didn't happen. Naples is independent. That's a juicy looking Savoy as well. Took out Venice. Hey, Gelderland. Might actually go on to form the Netherlands. Austria's looking pretty good. And Hungary is indeed in the Hungary is indeed in the coalition. That's how it used to be. Hungary is indeed in the personal union. Ottomans are looking pretty good. Akanulu, Mamelukes. That's a powerful Ethiopia, although currently being beaten up by the Mamelukes. Ajuran is a nation I really want to play as. I think that their ability to develop up deserts and things is fascinating. I think it's a really, really interesting game, that one, potentially. Delhi, Jumper. Have I just discovered, like, the entire world? No, just Eurasia. Ming, fragmented. Japan is almost entirely united. That's actually a really good-looking China. That's pretty balanced. Shun, Ming, Dali, Yu, and Wu.